team with the most World Championships won, most Grand Prix wins, most pole positions, and most race entries. (2014) ushered in a new set of regulations that saw us enter the turbo hybrid era of F1 car development. The biggest change being the engines, which were changed from 2.4 litre V8 engines to 1.6 litre turbocharged V6 power units. Along with this came integrated complex digital systems such as ERS. We might be used to blisteringly fast pit stops, some even approaching the sub 2 second mark, but what about the longest? Well, that would go to Valtteri Bottas, who had to retire after a seized wheel.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Formula Worldwide Leagues presents Friday Night Lights. I am your affable host, DonutPuncher 272, joining you live, as always, late here on a Friday night. Sorry, I had to fix some technical problems there. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm your affable host, DonutPuncher 2, joining you live, as always, here on the East Coast, late on a Friday night. Hopefully, it's a little bit earlier for you than it is for me. So you have a little bit of time to calm down after this race before you go to bed, because I am guaranteeing you some hot racing action. It's Austria. Austria is a great track for hot racing action, as it proves in real life every year, and it proves on the sim every year. Joining me tonight is my affable partner, MassiveNoogies. Massive, before you have any long soliloquies, just say something short, and then we'll let the people in the chat know if you can actually be heard. Massive, are you there? All right, so I can hear Massive. If someone at some point in the chat would let me know if we can hear Massive, and maybe we can have a race with zero technical problems for once. Until then, Massive, you just keep your trap shut. I'll let you know when to talk. All right, so we got a lot on the plate tonight. We got a battle at the front of the field. I'm sure you were watching qualifying. Tabal and Sketchable separated by less than a tenth of a second. Tabal is not great in the race, though, so he is going to have to get his act together when it comes to the race. But he has bags of pace. Oh, my God. They can't hear you, Massive. Yeah. So we'll come back to Massive here in a little while. We'll find out. I have all my stuff checked, Massive. I don't know what else I could possibly check. Yeah. My audio is also checked. Oh, look at this. We have a formation lap. Who knew? Well, I would have waited to do my intro now. I would have written one out if I would have known we're going to have a formation lap. Oh, it's a... Yeah, it is broadcast. Never mind. I'm not going to write out anything for this. All right, so anybody in the chat, again, Massive looks to have gone through all of his settings. If you can tell us if you can hear Massive, that'd be great. If not, then Massive, I don't know what we're going to do here. Well, here we go. Cars are lining up on the grid. Little man standing there on the pit lane waving his little green flag. The green light is on. Yes, I know I'm in spectator mode. Thank you. 5 lights are going on. 5 lights are out. LFG, good start for Sketchable. Good start by Tabal. Sketchable looks like he was going to pull on the inside, but he decided not to. Tucks in the sides. Well, now he is going to go on the inside. They touch a little bit going out of turn 1. But Tabal is on those medium tires. Sketchable has the run on the Horde tires. And he's got the inside line. Sketchable down into turn 2. Or 3, I guess. What you want to call it. We'll call it turn 3, I guess. Sketchable on the inside. Makes the pass on Tabal, but they touch again. Rosberg-Hamilton style 2016. But Sketchable gets away. NXR Gifted makes his way through. Tabal down in 3rd place. Victor Chow's in 4th. Hot on the tail. And I'll tell you who's hot on the tail of Victor Chow's. It's the G-spot. It's the G-spot. Victor Chow's make contact now. Going into Sergio Perez corner. What an opening of the race we've had here so far. They're still fighting back there, Victor Chouse in the G-spot. They don't want to fight too long, otherwise they're going to lose this front 3. There they go. Now they're in line. So our top 5 have had quite the ding-dong here in the first lap. Well, we need things to settle down here. It looks like everything is settling down here at the back. Everyone seems to be good. Oh, we have a problem here. The step pen, I'm not sure if he's gone off or not, but he is down in 18th place. Dick Cheney down there in 19th, and Garbaggio, he must have had some sort of problem. He is in last place. I know he didn't start there. So Sketchable in the lead of the race on the Horde tire. In fact, let's get all the spectator menu stuff up. I should always do this, but I always forget. Dick Cheney? Yeah, Dick Cheney, 87. So Sketchable in the lead of the race, followed closely by Tabal on the medium tires. You know Tabal's going to be so pissed about the start of the race, especially since he's on the medium tire. NXR Gifted already a second and a half behind. So a little bit of a problem for NXR Gifted, but he is on those Horde tires. Victor Chaus also on the Hordes. The G-Spot on the mediums, looking to make moves and make them meow. The Wannabe back here in 6th. Evasey Skyzy's with a good start to the race. Not sure where he started, but good enough. He's in 7th right now. The Silencer. Ooh. Frightening. He's in 8th place on the Horde tire. Revokes. Just got done with a hard day's work. He's in 9th, but he's got those mediums going to move up. Number 4, My Muse. She's back. She's in 10th. Ritalin. Down here in 11th after a podium finish. Was that last week or the week before? I can't even remember anymore. Riffraff and Novocaine going through. So Novocaine must have had a little bit of a problem there because Riffractor and a Capacity Rex go through. We got a yellow flag. Do we have a virtual safety car? Who is something bad has happened to the step end because now he is in last place. Is anyone going to go into the pits? Oh, NXR Gifted must have. Oh my God. So NXR Gifted says he just joined, so he must have disconnected. That's a problem. That's why he was going so slowly. Massive, they say they still can't hear you in the chat. Wannabe is dead. Wannabe's out of the race. I don't know what happened to him. That's very unfortunate because he was doing decently well. Sketchable's still in the lead of this race. Oh, we have a full safety car. Massive, it's a full safety car. This is a great time for you to fix your audio problems. There's probably a glitch. All right, so... Okay. Okay. No, shut up. Shut up. All right, so we got a safety car. Massive is leaving the party. He can't handle it. So he's going to come back here in a second. Who is going to go into the pits, if anyone? It doesn't look like anyone's going into the pits so far. Oh, so now we have one. NXR Gifted decides to go into the pits. I wonder if he disconnected and something bad happened to him. Something untoward, something undeserved. While we're jabbering here, let's invite Massive to our porty and see if we can get him in our race here. So Massive is back. He has joined the porty. In fact, it says at the top of my thing here, it says porty is being streamed. So shouldn't be a problem here. Massive, are you there?
Oh, I'm here.
All right, anybody out there in Formula Worldwide Leagues land, can you tell us, can you hear Massive now? Nerf or nothing? Help us out, Nerf or nothing. Can hear him now. Yes, Massive, you are here.
That was it. That was the trick.
You did it. All right, so everyone is hearing Massive now for the first time. Massive, you haven't been able to be heard, but you've seen the first 3 laps. Tell us all of your thoughts, all of your feelings, your fears, everything.
First, I was a little timid, then a little inquisitive, then a little turned on.
You saw the hot racing action, didn't you?
Oh, I seen it. I felt it.
Well, there was plenty of hot racing action at the beginning of the race there between Sketchable and Tabal. They had a little bit of a Hamilton-Rosberg thing going on. I have to say, Sketchable on the Horde tires getting by Tabal is really impressive from Sketchable. You can see why he is a 2-time defending champion of the top tier of Formula Worldwide League.
So you'll have to
Victor
keep me up to
Chaus
date.
up here. Go. Yeah, please. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was out last week. I think you were here. You were here last week, right? Were you doing broadcasting, commentary?
That's right. I was here. We were at Spa.
Spa. What's the story? Who's the guy to beat?
Who won Oh, NXR Gifted won last week in a tremendous last lap shootout between himself, Sketchable, and oh, come on, hold on. I gotta remember this. I don't want to. Shit, I can't remember. I really can't remember who was third, but it was a 3-way fight for the lead. It was incredible stuff at the end of the race. Sketchable stayed on medium tires, and he was caught up by a couple of guys who went in for softs at the very end in a late safety car. So, yeah, NXR Gifted actually right now is our previous race winner, and if I'm not mistaken, Massive, I think he's actually in the lead of the points. Let me take a look here at the old standings posted by your boy Jim Cab. So that's Tuesday Night Cunts. Friday Night Lights. Here we go. Oh, Schmerzer! That's who was on the other spot of the podium. That's why I couldn't remember, because he's not here. But NXR Gifted is actually leading the points, and not by a small margin either, Massive. He's up 27 points right now on Sketchable, so Sketchable's really got to get to work. And he's doing it.
So T-Ball Tommy, where is he in the standings? Every time I see him, he's always up there, right?
That's the thing. He is up there, and then all of a sudden he's not up there. He does suffer during the race from a lack of consistency. He is actually not on the standings list right now, so it would seem like this is his first race of the season. He's one of those guys who just comes in and races for fun, you know. He's a ringer. He's like, I'm going to forget his name again. Oh, Boris Said. You remember Boris Said from the old NASCAR days, doing the road courses, doing the old Watkins Glen and Sonomas?
No.
You don't remember him?
No.
Well, now I feel like an idiot. Well, you Google him, all right?
No, I don't feel like it.
All right, well then don't. Son of a bitch. So NXR Gifted now is seemingly not catching up to the back of the field on purpose, kind of being a dick. I wonder if that's, again, because he is just glitching on my screen. But he has a 2-second gap to Chaos Corrupted. I'm sure everybody behind him, even though it's only two people, Garbaggio and Novocaine, not appreciative of these shenanigans so far. So Sketchable's going to lead us away. Let's get on board with Tabal, and let's see what happens when Sketchable decides to make the move.
Look at the gap. The Gifted has 4 seconds to
Yeah,
JVG.
see, that's why I think he must be glitching right now. Or I saw that he did leave the lobby. So look at this. We are already underway here. Tabal is already all over Sketchable. Sketchable with a bit of a bad start went wide on the final corner. Oh my God! Tabal basically just cut the corner. That could have been a 3-second penalty unto itself. Lucky boy is Tabal. That was a bad corner cut, but now he is attacking. Leading up into the hill, turn 3. Yep, Tabal on the inside, makes the move easily on Sketchable. Sketchable with the switchback. Tabal wiggling all over the place. So now Sketchable is on the inside. It looks like he's going to secede the position. And he does. Nope, he's going to fight on the inside. He does fight on the inside. Ooh, that's very reminiscent of Hamilton Albon. But Sketchable does not hit Tabal, and Tabal is now in the lead on those medium tires. 6-lap old medium tires. So strategies are going to start happening here, Massive. I feel like these safety cars are going to allow the medium runners to put softs on at the end instead of having to do the hards.
What kind of tire strategy are we looking at here, do you think?
I would imagine medium hard or hard to medium. I mean, otherwise I don't know why anybody would be starting on the hard tire.
This is true.
So we've already got a huge gap from second to third place here as I fly through here and give people vertigo. Sketchable 3 seconds up on Victor Chaus. They must have had some incredible battles back here to create that sort of gap. Or our front two are just that much faster. So the G-spot following Victor Chaus, he has benefited from NXR Gifted having something terrible happen to him. Speaking of NXR Gifted, a few seconds ago, Massive, we were wondering what was going on. He is now in 9th place. Hot on the tail of my muse, number 4. Goes around the outside at turn 4. What a move from NXR Gifted. Runs into the back of the silencer. He is pushing the silencer all over the place. He wants that move. Oh my God, what a move. Honestly, I don't know if what I'm seeing is real right now. I'm starting to question it. The move that he just made on the outside looked like he had a grip hack on. That was incredible by NXR. If he's actually racing right now, then fair play to NXR Gifted. That was ridiculous. He's just passed he's in 6th place already. I wonder if he's even connected right now and the AI is turned up to 110. He is so much faster than everybody else. Are you watching him right now?
I'm watching right now.
What an incredible performance here by either NXR Gifted or the ghost of NXR Gifted. Whoever is doing this is doing a hell of a job. Goes around the outside of turn 3 like he didn't even have to slow down.
Look at this shit.
And now he's on the inside. God, he pushes the G-spot out of the way. I think he felt a little bad about it, so he fell behind. Now he goes around, but he just... Honestly, Massive, what is happening right now? This is either the most ridiculous performance that we have ever seen, like Senna on a sim. I need to pay attention to the front. So Sketchable has now passed the ball in a very odd place to pass.
What happened? Did you see that?
I don't know. I went up to Sketchable. What happened? Tell me what's going on. Oh, NXR Gifted has crashed, hasn't he?
I didn't see exactly what happened, but I'll have to go back and watch my footage. It looked like Gifted's car hit an invisible wall on track.
So now he's just gone down the inside of the step, and now he's going into the pits. We're going to have to leave NXR Gifted right now, as much entertainment as he is providing us. So we're going to follow along with the G-Spot and Victor Chaus, as they're going to have a little bit of a ding-dong going up the hill. The G-Spot, he's got the DRS. He's got the move done. Before we get to turn 3, does he? Nope, they go side by side. Who's going to have the DRS now? It's not the G-Spot. I don't see Victor Chaus's wing open. Maybe it is. I'm starting not to believe what I'm seeing right now, Massive.
Who are we on board with? Who's questionable?
Well, I'm on board with the G-Spot right now, and what was questionable was that the G-Spot, Victor Chaus, and Evasy Skysies, none of them had their wing open. It was as if none of them had DRS. Someone had to have DRS. And you know what else is going on here, Massive, that doesn't make any sense? Is Tabal is now 12 seconds ahead of the G-Spot. Now, I know they've been fighting around the world back there, but my God. Is that real?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we did just see T-Ball get a 3-second penalty. So...
That's true. That's real.
Yeah.
So we're staying on board here with the G-Spot. Victor Chaus now... Okay, so now Victor Chaus does have his wing open, has the DRS up the hill, makes the move. All right, so things are starting to get back to normal here. I have no idea how Victor Chaus is 14 seconds behind Tabal and Sketchable. I'm sort of lost for words there. The G-Spot falling behind badly on Victor Chaus, even with that DRS. Evasy Skysies having a hell of a race here in 5th place, followed closely by Revokes. SRT Silencer, we'll have to figure out what we're going to call him, because we're definitely not going to call him that. Number 4, Ritalin. Mr. Heat Gang. You weren't here last week, Massive, but Mr. Heat Gang, he is now a part of Friday Night Lights. And it seems relatively obvious to me that Mr. Heat Gang is the name of his heating and air conditioning company that he runs. He had to leave last week for an HVAC emergency, but we're glad to see him back this week.
Now, I would like to point out the gentleman down in P12. What was your name from again?
Capacity Rex?
No.
Well, P12 on my screen is Capacity Rex. Who's P12 on your screen?
Oh, well, it is now.
Okay.
Just above him in P11.
Oh, that's the Riffractor. I don't even have to make up a name for that. That's one of the best user names out there.
What is going on? We're watching 2 different races. So for me, right now in P12, going side to side with Capacity is Shaney.
I've got Dick Shaney in 14th place.
What the hell? Shit. We're gonna have to compare notes after this race. What are you saying for penalties? Are you saying penalties? I've got Revokes in first.
Oh, okay? You're definitely not on the right race then, man. Because Sketchable and Tabal are first on my race. Revokes, there's no way Revokes is in first place. Is he actually first on your map?
Let's see. Son of a bitch. Let me exit out of this race and come back in.
Okay. That might not just be you.
Anyway, what I was going to say, and I don't have to be in the race to point this one out because you said he's doing pretty well for himself. Oh, Shaney, he doesn't even race with traction control off usually, and he's doing a pretty good job hanging in there.
I can tell you, if I was in Dick Cheney's position right now and racing without traction control, I would not be in 13th place. That is impressive to be able to just go from medium to none like that. So the G-spot now has fallen back badly. He's fallen down to 7th place. Avazy Skysies is down to 8th place. Number 4 has made her way all the way up to 3rd place. Look, so yeah, something's not right here.
No, somebody in the chat is saying, anyone else notice Chaos is on inters?
He is on inters according to... There's no... Oh, it is raining. So that's something.
All right, okay. I'm rejoining here.
So mine says Revokes is now in the lead. So this leaderboard is complete nonsense. Everything is glitching out here, massive.
Oh shit. So you're seeing Revokes in P1.
Now I have Sketchable back. Sketchable, Tabal, Victor Chouse, Revokes, and SRT are my top 5.
Nothing has changed for me. I'm still seeing Revokes. And he is ahead on the map.
Really?
Yeah, he's...
Yes, no, I have Revokes in 1 now, in
Okay.
P1.
Yeah,
So we have another pitter, though. Sketchable has gone to the pit, so Revokes might actually be the leader here. So Sketchable and Tabal... Well, Tabal has not pit, but now he's 40... I don't even know what I'm commentating on anymore.
Let's just commentate on what we see.
But what am I seeing?
One of us
What-
has got
what
it
am I
right, and if
watching?
we're not...
That's true.
Sketchable is the leader when it comes to intermediates. So
He is. He is the net leader of the race. Well, I guess he's not really, because we have safety car. I don't know if you can see in Sector 3. It looks like a gigantic gaggle of cars is all stopped. What is happening here? Riffractor is going 17 kph, followed closely by Dick Cheney doing the same. Ritalin, his car is completely broken. Stinking Raptor. You see what's happening here? This is ridiculous.
there's just so much. I don't even know where to start. So Revokes and Silencer and T-Ball, Curtis, Kind Number, they all go in. Let's see where Sketchy comes around. I don't think Sketchy's gonna pass him. He just passed somebody under caution. Oh, Silencer is the leader. Is that what you're saying?
I have the step hen as the leader.
What the shit? He's showing us P8 for me.
Yeah.
P11.
I think what I'm going to exit the race now, Massive.
All right.
I feel like I should actually just completely where did the safety car go?
Well, it was a VSC.
Oh, I thought that okay. Yeah, I have the step hen in the lead. He is on the intermediate tires. He's definitely not in the lead. You know what? I'm gonna exit this race now. I'm gonna keep my stream going, but I'm gonna exit this race because this just doesn't make any sense. I feel like I should.
It could be more exciting that way.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like I'm just commentating on nothing right now. So I'm going to leave Formula 123 altogether. Anybody who's out there who's still watching, I apologize for all these technical problems. I can assure you that this is not the fault of me and Massive. This is not our fault. Massive, if you can still see the race right now, you might as well tell the good people out there what the hell's going on, even if they can't see it.
Yeah, ladies, gentlemen, Massive, me, I have my own Twitch channel for all those alternate views. I like to watch the back of the pack where it's some shit's going on. It's just not at the front of the pack. Twitch.tv/MassiveNoogies. That's 2 O's, Noogies. Check it out. while Donut's restarting his game, and you can watch my side of the imaginary race, where SRT Silencer is leading by 1.2 seconds. And poor old T-Ball, who has 3 seconds in penalties. So if the race were to finish right now, he'd be sitting, I don't know, P4. But we're not even halfway there yet. At least not in my race, anyway. So where's the action?
Chihuahua.
Step in. Chasing down Novocaine and the G-spot. Everybody has their little flashing lights, just so you know where they are. Although I will say that is one thing that's not very realistic on this game is the spray. You don't really get that like you do in real life. It would be neat.
Yeah, I agree.
So where are we
All
at?
right.
Where are we at, Donut? Are we
I
back
am.
in?
Yes, I am connecting to NXR Gifted's game here. Join game. Here we go. So I'm having a hard time telling if this is my personal Xbox that has these problems or this game that has these problems. Like, I don't know what the hell is going on with this game right now. But, you know, last night in our race, I got a 5-second penalty under safety car for nothing. I didn't touch anyone. It said I needed to give a position up. And then I went into the pits, and it made me sit there for at least 15 seconds before they worked on my car. And then after that, my game just completely restarted. I don't know if it's me or what.
I knew it. That's why my microphone doesn't work.
I shouldn't have admitted that to you.
I just sit here week after week taking the blame like a champ. Buying equipment, buying the fucking game for a different system. I did that for you. Nothing.
All right. So, look, I am back in. And my game says that SRT Silencer is in the lead. Is that true?
That's what I'm saying.
Do we believe that to be true?
Who knows?
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's just go with that.
Whoa,
SRT Silencer in the lead.
Happened?
Yeah, Victor Chouse looks like he had a bit of a wobble there. So Sketchable to ball, Silencer, your top three. Victor Chouse hot on the heels of Sketchable, and Revokes bringing up the top 5. Then a bit of a gap back to 6th in the rest of the field as number 4 and Riddlin, huge gaps respectively back there.
Oh.
So we have a
riff. What happened?
So yeah, the Riffractor is got a bit of an Austin Power situation going on back here in Sector 2, backing up, going forward, backing up, going forward, finally out of the grass.
Oh.
Narrowly evaded by Evasy Skysies. So Riffractor is out of the particular place that he found himself in there just a second ago, and that was in the shit. Capacity Rex back here in 17th place on the full wet extreme tire.
Oh, really?
I wonder if that is the preferred tire right now, and he has pulled off a strategical blinder. I guess we'll have to find out here as Revokes and number 4 are fighting around the world. So Revokes must have had a bit of a problem there because he had a hell of a gap on number 4, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like that is what I said just a second ago. Victor Chouse still hanging on to Sketchable, who is hanging on to Tabal, who is having a problem catching up to SRT Silencer.
Oh, shit.
Now who's off? I see someone else is off in the back here. That's, oh no, Revokes is off.
He just
So he's in the
on
gravel
his own.
trap. Folks are struggling out here without any assist, Massive. It's tough. In the rain, no traction control. So Revokes looks like he is now going to be in 9th place, and he's got a car or some tires full of gravel, so his next lap is not going to be very fun. Our top 4 are within touching distance here, but there's no DRS, so passing is going to be difficult. Massive, after all these technical problems, we only have 14 laps left.
Oh, shit. I was pausing the game, and as I paused it, I see a car spin and go into the wall. Revokes.
Oh, poor Revokes. He's had a tough lap here.
I don't know.
So he's down in 10th place now behind the step pen. We have a virtual safety car. I wonder who that's for. Look at this. Massive. Dick Cheney is in 7th place.
Dick.
In the rain, no traction control. Impressive from him. Really, really good job from Dick Cheney.
You know what? Let's not heap on the praise just yet. I'm starting to believe this son of a bitch was lying to us. Just like the real Dick Cheney.
Yeah, just like the real Dick Cheney. Although I have to tell you, Massive, I have a certain amount of respect for Dick Cheney, or the real Dick Cheney.
Okay.
Because, politics aside, he just had no problem being absolutely reviled. And there is a special quality that it takes in a person to know that everyone hates you, and you do not give a shit, and you still do what you think you should be doing. I appreciate that from Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney.
He was definitely the Vince McMahon of the political world. Oh,
So
man,
I hope you've seen the same
drive-thrus. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I got the same thing. And Dick Cheney has a drive-through penalty himself. Revokes has decided to end it all. He has gone to the pits and self-immolated. He is done. So Novocaine is our final points-paying position here. Victor Chaus, tell me, what do you want to talk about with Victor Chaus?
Everybody's favorite local wrestler. He's the guy to beat.
Sketchable and Tabal are fighting right now, and the Silencer is loving it. He is looking in the mirror of his Red Bull and seeing Tabal in another Red Bull fight. And he's got himself a nice little 1.3 second gap.
Nova and Heat
What is
Gang?
happening?
I don't know what's going on.
Sketchable's going to the pits. Sketchable in the pits. And so is the Silencer. Oh, Sketchable has just screwed himself. So a double stack at Red Bull. He must be. He's going on. He's just serving the drive-through. You're right. And look, some people are actually going on the extreme wet tires. Massive, it's all happening here. We have 13 laps left. We have strategies colliding. Worlds are colliding.
So we were saying earlier that Capacity was the first to do that, but he is just in no man's land.
Well, he's going into the pits right now, Massive, so I wonder if he had himself a drive-through penalty as well, or if he's going to be getting off these extreme tires because they're the wrong tire. We're going to find out here, I think, real effing quick, because we got a couple of people. Yeah, so Capacity Rex comes in. What is he? Oh, he's getting a new front wing. So Tabal is now your race leader. He is in Sector 3 right now, or coming into Sector 3, with Victor Chaus following behind, a second and a half behind. We have a caution in Sector 1, which I assume is for someone self-immolating. It looks like Chaos Corrupted has gone to the pits and decided that life is just not worth living anymore. Number 4, she's in second place now as Victor Chaus has gone off the track. He's lost his front wing. Surely he's lost his will to live. SRT Silencer goes through. He's now in third place, followed by Sketchable. So what's incredible here to me, Massive, is that Silencer and Sketchable went in for drive-through penalties and lost almost no positions. They haven't really lost anything for the most part. Of course, they don't have new tires or anything, so that puts number 4 in a great position, but nothing lost for the most part here by the Silencer and Sketchable. Massive, I wish we had telemetry to know what is happening with those extreme wet tires.
Well, it's really hard for me to judge exactly what's going on here because Mr. Heat Gang, man, I think his connection's all over the place. So it's hard to tell if some of these guys are genuinely having a hard time in the rain. Maybe they're not used to it with traction off. Is that a new thing? Did they just introduce that?
No, Massive. This is the top tier of Formula Worldwide leagues. They've never allowed traction control here. This is the big leagues, my friend. This is the big leagues.
Oh.
Yeah.
I am getting word that I am talking to myself. Is your audio box checked?
Is my audio box checked?
Is yours? Oh shit! Somebody just went off.
Yes. Mine says my party is being streamed. My live stream says, yep, my party audio. Everything is checked on my end. There's nothing I can do differently. Who's gone off, Massive? Tell me.
I don't. So when you go to the party, it says include my audio checkbox.
Yeah, I've already checked it actually at the top there. It doesn't even have a checkbox anymore. It says your party is being streamed.
Oh, all right. Sorry to anyone watching my stream. You don't get to hear old Golden Throat here on the other end. Chaos is out. 4 people out. And John disqualified. What happened with old JVG?
Oh, kind of before is struggling. Tabala must have had a problem. I don't know who's in the lead on your screen right now, but kind of before is in the lead on my screen.
That's what I'm saying. An 11-second penalty for T-ball. What the hell happened?
I have no idea, but he's about to be passed now by the SRT silencer. Those two are about to have a little battle here as we move into turn 3. On the inside goes the silencer. So Tabal must have had major problems. He must have something wrong with his tires. They must be cold or filled with gravel. Something must be going wrong because he has been passed on the outside by silencer, and we know how fast Tabal is. Something must be wrong, and the silencer does not have any penalties. Massive, can you give us a penalty update? Who is in what position with penalties? Is number 4 in a position to win this race?
Well, he doesn't have any penalties. T-ball, however, let's take a gander, shall we? T-ball. Seated track limits.
Wait, so you're telling me that number 4 doesn't have any penalties on your screen?
I don't think so. Let's see. T-ball, another 3 seconds. T-ball speeding under virtual safety car. So he's got a 5-second penalty and 2 3-second penalties. Okay, yeah. Kind number 4, 3 seconds. Yep. But still the net lead for our favorite French lady.
You're goddamn right. So now Sketchable is past Tabal. Tabal is struggling. I don't know if you're watching him, Massive, but his rear end is wiggling all over the place like a girl in the club. He is just twerking out there. He cannot find the grip. The G-spot now hot on the tail of Ritalin. So the G-spot, he's been out and about, shaking his rear end all over the place tonight. And now he wants to move into the top 5 and perhaps with some penalties find himself on a podium. Because who knows what's going to happen these last 10 laps. Quite literally, I don't even know if I'm watching the actual race that's taking place. And you know what else, Massive? I don't know if all these guys on the intermediate tires are on the right tire. Maybe that's why they're struggling so badly. Novocaine now has moved up to 11th, and he's on the extreme wet. We could pay attention to his gap and see if he's making any progress. He's got a hell of a lot of progress to make, for that matter, but we can see if that gap is going down on those extreme wet tires.
Yep, about half the grid with penalties. E-ball, man, he really blew it, didn't he? 11 seconds in penalties.
You see, I told you, he's got some problems in the race. I'm looking at the front of the field here, Massive. Number 4, her gap has been reduced down to 4 seconds, so she is a second away from not being in the lead anymore. But Sketchable is harassing the shit out of his teammate SRT here. And that has got to be music to the ears of number 4. We need a fight here between SMRT, and Sketchable to let number 4 dance off into the distance like we know that she can. Tabal has finally gotten his shit together, and he is now closely following Sketchable. But nothing that he does will have any impact because he has 11 seconds in penalties, which is honestly kind of impressive, considering this is the top-tier racing league of Formula Worldwide leagues. You wouldn't expect 11 seconds of penalties.
I mean, speeding under the VSC car, it's got to, I would say, be the easiest penalty to avoid.
Yeah, you would think so. You would think so. I'm not sure what you were watching a second ago there, Massive, but Sketchable, without the use of DRS, has made the move on his teammate SMRT, and he is now in second place. And I think we both know, Massive, that kind of before up there is starting to sweat. She knows that Sketchable can reduce this gap below 3 seconds. Hell, Sketchable can reduce this gap down to absolutely nothing if he wanted to.
3.5 seconds. I'm not picking favorites here, but I am going to eat a croissant real quick.
Down to 3.2. Actually, now that you mention it, Massive, we only have 8 laps left. Perhaps a good time to talk about Baked Goods as as Dick Cheney and Mr. Heat Gang are going side by side through the double apex left there, coming into Sector 3 now. Mr. Heat Gang has, fortunately tonight, not had any HVAC emergencies that he's had to tend to. Uh-oh. Tabal has wrecked again, Massive.
Oh, no.
He's wrecked again. He is now down into 7th place. He's got a 17-second gap to Dick Cheney, so he should be good considering the armada of penalties he's carrying right now. So if he can hold it together, he'll stay in 7th place. Oh, no, never mind. I guess the time need a little bit of time to catch up. Dick Cheney and Mr. Heat Gang are going to be taking over his 7th place. So Tabal is in a bad spot right now. Anyway, I brought it up before. Let's actually get to it. I don't want to keep teasing the peoples about baked goods talk for this week. Massive, do you have anything that you'd like to bring to the table?
Oh, boy, do I. I went somewhere today. Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I went somewhere today, got me a fantastic little individually boxed baked morsel. You want to hear what it is?
Of course I do.
All right.
Oh, you're going to eat it in front of me. I see. Okay.
It was 2 all beef patties. Special sauce. Lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions.
Massive, do we need to talk about what a baked good is?
Somebody baked that. Right? That killed it in an oven.
I don't think that's the way it
cooked.
worked. We appreciate the effort, Massive, but that is not exactly what we're talking about. I'm not sure what you're watching on screen right now, but fair play to the step hen who just made a non-DRS pass on Ritalin. Ritalin fighting back now. Massive, do you have an actual baked good that you want to talk about?
No.
You
I did
son
eat a
of
Twinkie.
bitch.
I ate a Twinkie today.
All right, well, that's not exactly what we want to
What
talk about
about you?
here.
What did you
Baked goods.
have?
So every time I go to Costco, which is almost every day because I'm a child and I eat the pizza or the chicken bake every day, I go to the baked goods section every day to see what they have that's new. And this week they had the confetti cookies, confetti sugar cookies, and holy chow, my friend. They're like probably 75 to 80% cooked, so they're a little bit mushy in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And they are just awesome. And as I've mentioned before, my wife does not drink milk. She has weak bones. She's going to have osteoporosis, like probably tomorrow. So I can just drink straight out of the gallon. And so I can just sit down with the cookies.
T-ball's
Tabal is out! Tabal. I think he might have actually given up on life there, Massive. He's in the pit lane.
Did.
I think he realized that he had flown too close to the sun tonight, too many penalties, and he had to just give up.
He heard all of our negative chatter, and he was like, fuck, these guys were right.
Yeah, he did. And we were. And now we have to go to the front of the screen. Why,
But you
my cat
called it.
OJ has... Jesus Christ, my cat OJ has just tangled himself in my goddamn microphone wire. You son of a bitch! So Sketchable has caught number 4, hasn't she? All the way up. Now, Massive, if Sketchable obviously can get past, that's a whole other story here, but if number 4 can hold him off, perhaps she can force him into making a mistake and he will get a penalty. Although he now has gone down the inside, I don't think it's going to happen. It's not going to last. Sketchable makes the move. Sketchable moves in the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix. I know that was impressive there by Sketchable as his teammate, the silencer now comes up along. Wait, no, that was a lapped car. That's the lapped car is coming up along the side of number 4. So she's okay with that car behind her. No problems there. But she needs to hold on to this second place. Now the SMRT, he has a penalty. So he needs to worry about the G-spot. So the G-spot looks like he's going to be our final podium finisher here tonight. We'll have to let it all play out, obviously, Massive, but the step hen must be kicking himself right now because he could be... Massive, we have a safety car.
A safety car on lap 32?
This is really
Thanks to
weird,
who?
Massive. I don't know. But we have people pitting right now. Who just went to the pits?
Oh, it
So
must be
Novocaine
Riff. It's
and
gotta be
NXR
Riff.
Gifted went to the pits. This is a cheeky pit stop from them. I guess they figure they have nothing to lose, so they're going to get some fresh intermediate tires, and oh, you know what? I see Riffractor coming into the pits right now, and he has no front wing. He might have had something to do with this safety car.
Yep. Serves his time penalty.
So, Massive, what do you think here? Do you think Michael Massey is going to let the field catch up, or do you think he's going to release everyone?
Tough call. Although it is a short track, it is raining, so it takes longer for everybody to get around. Italian with a drive-through. Did you say that?
No, I saw it. I didn't say it. I saw it, and it's not good, Massive. It's not good.
That is the end of his race.
Yeah, he might as well just crash himself into a wall right now.
Yeah.
In fact, I might be tempted to do so if that was me, because I would be so mad.
Well, not going to be another safety car after this one.
No, and what we are, the question now is, are we going to have another safety car lap, or is this going to be the last one? I'm getting distinctly Abu Dhabi 21 vibes here, Massive. I don't think the safety car is going to stay out for long. The Red Bull is in the lead of the race. The last thing he needs is the safety car to stay out, and I think we all know what that means. I'm sure Jonathan Wheatley's on the blower right now and telling Michael Massey exactly how he wants this race to finish.
So while we're under this safety car, you got to sell me on Costco here. What are the pros? How much is Costco?
The pros of Costco are that the cafeteria has some very good cheap food that is a great meal substitute because it's so cheap. The rest of the store, I have to tell you, it actually isn't that cheap. It really just allows you to buy things in massive quantities, but there isn't really that much of a discount most of the time. Sometimes there is. Sometimes they'll have sales, but for the vast majority of the time, it is not. It is not a great deal. For me, it's actually just the cafeteria that I use.
And you have
but
to
they do have
pay.
Yeah, you do have to pay. You have to pay, I think, $60 a year. Oh, I do buy the $5 rotisserie chickens once a week, and I chop those up and give them to my dogs. $5 rotisserie chicken's a hell of a deal. You can't beat that with a stick. And actually, if you want to make a meal that requires chicken, if you think about it, if you go buy 2 chicken breasts right now, Massive, you're probably talking like $8 to $11. Chicken is horrifically overpriced. So you could always go get yourself a pre-cooked rotisserie chicken, and for $5 at Costco, and save yourself a bit of money.
Well, I'll make sure not to do that because I don't eat meat.
Am I broadcasting right now with a vegan? Am I broadcasting right now with Lewis Hamilton?
No, take that back. Pescatarian, so I eat fish,
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's good.
No, I don't think I could.
I'd hate to hear that.
Lifestyle. That's tough.
I'd hate to hear that little vaginas that started growing all over your body. You know what's going to happen here, Massive? Sketchable is in the lead of this race, but directly behind him is a lapped car, which is going to impede the progress of number 4 badly here. I'm actually going to get on board with her. This has got to be so frustrating. I can't. How surprising, Massive. How surprising. Michael Massey doesn't let the lapped car go through, protecting the Red Bull at the end of the race. Go figure.
Oh.
And number 4 just got a 5-second penalty for a tap on Evasy Skysies. Now, we were on board for that. That'll be seen on the stream. I think that there's no reason that won't be removed. That should be fine. So wherever got another tap on the rear end for number 4 on Evasy Skysies. She must be losing her mind right now. Evasy Skysies just will not get out of the way, so now she's going to be followed closely by SRT going into the first corner. And we have a terrible camera angle, as usual. So SMRT is not able to make the move on number 4. She's able to hold on to second place. She's going to tumble down the order when the race finishes. She probably won't be able to get interviewed because of that, but in the end, she probably will finish on the podium. But she won't get the interview.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, it's SMRT goes on the inside. Yes. Yes, Massive.
Let's say you're in Evasy's position and you're out of position. Can't you just pull off the racing line outside of track limits, and it will allow the people behind to pass you?
You would think so. That would have been the kind thing to do. And And in so doing, Evasy Skysies has now cost number 4 another position. As we were on board there, going down into turn 4, SMRT smashes into the side of number 4 and is able to make the move. So the G-spot now looking really good for a podium. In fact, he's looking good for second place, depending on how this penalty situation works itself out. And again, same deal. The Stephen in a good spot. And you know who else is in a good spot right now is fucking Dick Cheney. He's in 5th place, Massive. Dick Cheney in 5th place. And he's on 3-lap-old intermediate tires. So he's going to be making a charge here on the G-spot at the final, on this final lap. Massive, we're on the final lap already. Holy shit.
So G-spot has got himself a nice little cushy P2 as of right now.
Yeah. So let's look at these penalties real quick. I probably should have done this a while ago. So the G-spot is definitely going to be on the podium here. He could actually be in second place. Number 4 is going to get screwed out of being on the podium, but I think she'll finish on the podium. But we got a hell of a fight down here right now between Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney on these new tires goes down the inside of the G-spot. Dick Cheney in 4th place. He's got 6 seconds of penalties, so that is going to hold him up a little bit. NXR Gifted now on the inside of Dick Cheney. So Dick Cheney holds off NXR, who has somehow come all the way back from the dead. I want to go to the front and give Sketchable some love here, but we can't because we have such a battle here between Dick Cheney and number 4 and NXR. It's going to be As You Were, I think, going to the line. So let's get to the front as we go through. Sketchable crosses the line, wins the Austrian Grand Prix. SMRT in second, stays in second. The G-spot moves up to 3rd place. Let's let everybody finish and let these penalties work themselves out.
Only 22 hundredths from grabbing that P2 spot for the G-spot. And Evasy, who wasn't even on the lead lap, causing all sorts of shit.
Wow. Ooh, massive. That was a lot of activity. I'm not sure even if like the first half of the race that we watched was really the race. But the second half of the race that we watched was very entertaining. So Evasy Skies, he's just making the most of this last lap, making the most of this camera time.
Yeah, put on a show, buddy. You're the only one out there. Come on, man. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah. So we're going to talk to our podium drivers here tonight. Sketchable, SMRT, and the G-spot. There's a lot of talking in the Discord machine right now. Someone is going to have to put the slow mode on. Woof. Massive, that race was a bit chaotic for my liking. Honestly, that was too chaotic.
Well, T-Ball with the fastest lap, but it didn't mean shit.
He had the fastest lap in qualifying, the fastest lap in the race, and he gets a total of fuck all for that at the end.
And
so,
Novocaine with a record 6 pit stops.
That is a record.
Or is that 5 pit stops? What does that mean? 5 pit stops? If it shows 6 different tires, 5 pit stops, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
5 pit stops at Austria.
So
that's
just
a lot
inviting
anywhere.
that's a lot anywhere. So inviting our podium drivers to our little party here. We'll let you know when they join, and we'll give them a chat. So Sketchable has joined our party. You can always count on Sketchable. The G-Spot has joined our party as well. Boys, please make sure you have your audio boxes checked.
Done.
Done. And The SMRT silencer has joined. SMRT, please,
Yeah,
if you
that's
don't
it.
mind,
Yeah,
go to
yeah, it's
your
checked.
audio box is checked. Brilliant. Thank you very much. All right, so everybody's here. So let's go ahead and start with our race winner, Sketchable. Well, that was something, man. You had a little bit of a battle there at the beginning with T-Ball. Let's actually talk about that. You started on the Horde tire to Ball's medium, and you actually took the lead in the beginning. That was really impressive. Talk about it. Tell me all. Tell me everything.
Well, it all started with, I didn't get that good of a launch, so I didn't think I was going to just get him at T1. But then I tucked back in, then I saw I had the momentum, so I pulled alongside. I backed off because I knew I wasn't right up to his side pod because he would have closed the door easily. So I backed off. He went wide. I snuck in and got the lead for a few laps until the safety car came out. Then he repassed me.
All right. And then after that, obviously, you were able to do a whole bunch of other stuff. Let's just quickly move to the end of the race. You made the move on number 4 pretty easily in Sector 3 there. And then at the end, you just drove it home for what seemed like an easy win, but it was anything but. You move up a little bit in the championship fight. Talk about that. Do you think you have enough to pull back NXR Gifted?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how Gifted is at going to Jeddah, but I know for sure he is going to be strong. But I know I got some pace to find. I know this win will hopefully, do what I did at my rookie season, start winning again. But with how tight this grid is, I don't see that happening. But I'm here to fight. I'm here to win. So I'm here to bring it on. I'm going to get what I get.
Oh, Sketchable. You card. Well, thanks for joining us, Sketchable. Really appreciate you. And as ever, we love talking to you on the podium here, and we will talk to you next week.
Thank you very much.
So let's move over. Yep, let's move over to our second place driver and someone who I have never met before, the SMRT silencer. SMRT. That was a hell of a race from you. Who the hell are you, and where'd you come from?
Uh, well, I mean, I've been in the league for a few seasons now. I took a break, but I'd like to think I'm back for at least for the summer. We'll see what happens after.
All right,
but,
so assuming
yeah.
you're going to be joining us for a few races, is this what we can expect from you? Podium after podium?
Probably not. I'm kind of washed. I mean, a lot of people have got quicker over the season, so we'll see.
All right, so it looks like we have a Checo Perez in that second Red Bull to Sketchable's Verstappen. But look out for SMRT throughout the rest of the year because I have to say, SMRT, that was a pretty goddamn good race, especially there in the rain. Thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations,
no
and we
problem.
will hopefully talk to you next week. Moving on to our third place finisher, the G-Spot. Talking to you on the podium again. Crazy race. Talk us through it.
Shit, man. Everything was all right. I was in contention, I think, the early part of the race. I think after the first safety car, I kind of lost the car at turn 7, went through the gravel, and I ended up dead last, so I had to fight my way back through. But the rain definitely helped in my favor. I had a lot of pace in the rain, actually, so if it kept raining and there wasn't a safety car, I think I at least would have gotten second place, but I think I still will after some penalties, but we'll see.
Well, I can see that you are Jamaican, and the Jamaicans are known for their ability to drive in the wet. So the G-Spot, no surprise there. Thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations on third place on the podium tonight, and I hope we speak to you next week.
Most definitely.
All right, Massive, are you still there?
I'm here.
Final thoughts. Tell me.
I guess I need to go to Costco sometime soon.
Perfect. Massive, thank you so much for joining me tonight. And to everyone out there in Formula Worldwide Leagues, thank you so much for joining us. Until next week, it is time to say good night.